Okay, let's have a deep breath. We're going into the next heat. Alessio Stone, the young gun from Pozo. Like I said, he's took his time to establish himself on tour and he's had some seriously bad luck. But this year, he is on fire. The first event, he's already guaranteed himself a 5th place, but he's coming up against the Australian young ripper, Jager Stone, back on tour after a 3-year absence. And Jager is starting off down the bunker with plenty of speed. Are we going to see Alessio with his trademark tweaked push loop to start off with? These guys quite closely match, you know, they're not big doublers, so it's quite interesting the way these things have worked out.
Just to inform you, PWA World Tour is not working, the website. Are we live, people?
People saying refresh the page. There we go.
Campello hats off, people tweeting. Chapeau bas. Okay, Alessio with a nice little backy there.
I'm sure there'll be a few people questioning how much that stalled double scored. Should it have scored more? It's always controversial because, you know, Campello didn't land one. He crashed his one, so it is difficult. But still, as it is, Campello in the next round, as far as we know, we haven't heard any different.
How much did Brozinho stall double score? It was like a 988? 958?
Big tweet, shove it there from Alessio Stillridge. Can he get into the final 4? That would be massive news from the young man. He's been injured the better part of this year, not having to get, well, he hasn't been able to get much training in, but it doesn't seem to have slowed him down one little bit, and he is right up there and in the mix. I mean, 5th place, already his best scoring result to date.
So he can be relaxed coming into that one.
It's got to be the heat of the day, that Campello Costa heat. Got to be.
Who would expect that?
Oh,
well,
I need a rest after that heat.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to rest if I have one.
Okay, sorry, I'm not resting. I don't have to rest from talking, don't you worry. You know me, prophet. I can talk. Yeah. We just heard a woo-hoo-hoo outside the judges' tower. So it must have been Ricardo. I'm just going to have to
go and have a look, because you never know. There is a lot of Costa fans here, so we'll just send Schnatty out to be our word on the street.
Yes, looks like people are high-fiving him.
Okay, Campello takes down the king of Pozo. Not anymore. He's already had a scare from Graham Ezzy. Hadn't had it all his own way today. Didn't quite get the waves in his early heat. And then Campello has taken him down. So not having all his own way at the moment, Philip Costa. No. Everyone thought, including me, I thought this event was in the bag for him. It's not typical Pozo conditions today. Those waves aren't quite lining up. But Campello put on a really good show. A 9-point wave.
Sick wave. Must have been the best wave all day. Well, it was the highest score wave of the day, so awesome, Ricardo. 0.7 and Patrick
gonna be happy. Money well spent, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon.
He don't come cheap, Ricardo Campello, but he's out there on the water.
His previous sponsors are gonna be a bit.
Oof, nice. He's got a lot to prove, any Campello today.
Yeah.
Jager Stone always looks in the mix, always jamming in those turns. Obviously from Western Australia, up in Geraldton, where he works as a physio. Just gets a couple of hours off at the end of the day where he goes and trains.
But it's a good couple of hours at the end of the day. I tell you, people travel the world to be there for those few hours end of the day. That's exactly when the wind kicks in as well, so it's perfect. You wait for those straight winds and you go after work.
Nice. Well, some of us have been waiting all day for those 2 hours, and then he turns up, fresh as a daisy. We're there, dehydrated.
Well, not everybody has to live in the van. It gets quite expensive with Australia.
Conditions look very difficult out there. Very tricky indeed. Like I said, we just watched the 2 best guys in the world. Well, two of the 2 best guys in the world just really struggling, but put on just a magnificent show. Alessio at the moment doesn't look super powered up. We've seen that with a few guys not looking too powered today. Kind of kidding us, the wind. We know Jager doesn't jump unless he has a wave. He doesn't force it. I'm saying that, just did a little force, but awesome landing. Tweak push loop from Jager Stone there. think we got a Brazilian on there saying Campello and Brazilio doing us proud. Well, I don't know. He's got Venezuela flags all over his sail, his board, and his wetsuit. I'm not sure you can claim him now.
Nope, I don't think so.
It's the same as the Spanish claiming Alessio Stone. He's got German sail numbers. He's German.
Yep.
That's who he's chose. So sorry, boys.
These things change, though. You look at Bjorn. He's been... What's he now? Is he German now? Competing for Germany now, isn't
Who?
he? Dunkerbeck. But he's
Oh,
been competing
Dunkerbeck.
with Spain, competing for
he's
Denmark.
Switzerland.
Switzerland, yeah. He's competing for Switzerland now. Okay, so 8 minutes, 30 seconds left till the end of that heat. And looks like we are not getting the scores through for Jaeger, so...
I'm not sure he's done much yet, because
Well, he's
he
been
only
on the
just
wave
did-
and we didn't get any scores, so I think the scores are just not...
I think they're just a bit slow coming through.
Yeah,
But he
he had a push loop and...
he's definitely a slow starter, Jaeger. He sort of builds up his heat, and he doesn't do anything unnecessary. He'll only do it if he feels he's got...
If he's got the ramp he knows he's going to pull it off from, then he's going to do it.
Yeah,
He's
Brown-
doesn't like the crash in the heat.
No, he's not like Marsilio Brown or someone who just does everything off every wave,
Yeah.
you know. And you know he's going to do something better, but he still does something just in case. And I think it's probably a good thing. You never know when you're going to snap a
Yeah.
mast or something like that, and you might need that backup score. Jaeger Stone, big stall
Go
forward, very stalled.
Very nice.
Yeah, body got wet. Will the judges punish him for that? I don't
I
know.
don't think so. It was more like the spray from the big hit than actually body on the water. Sail was upright. I don't know. Have to wait and see. Doesn't look like we're getting the scores for Stone for some reason.
Yeah, I think it must be our internet here. I know it's not super fast. Tweet, shove it from Alessio Stilrich. And he's looking in control at the moment because Jaeger Stone hasn't got anything on the board. And he might find this goiter. Alessio Stilrich, good at the goiters. We're going to see it. Oh, it's super shallow there. He might have to pull off the wave. He couldn't actually land that because it's too shallow.
I hate that when beach take you by surprise. Happens to me often, especially when the rocks are sticking out. Okay, so for now we only get the points for Alessio for some reason, and he's sitting on 6 for a back loop and 6.33 for a push table and just a 4-point wave. But in these conditions, you never know. 4-point wave might be a scoring one, so...
You never know. It's really tricky out there. I know from earlier experience, you've got to just think maybe the other guy's having a bad heat and you have to get every little half point, you know, even quarter of a point you can, and it can make a massive difference. So Jaeger Stone looking to get his way into the top 4. If he could, it would be a massive result for him. It would really help his seedings in the next event. You know, if he was to go out in the first round here, if Alex Mussolini had beat him, he'd still be in the trials in Tenerife.
Yeah,
but he has already got himself into the main
So do they
event.
take this seeding from this event into consideration when seeding for Tenerife? Or is it just down to whether you do the trials or not, and it's based on last year's result? I guess it can be, because these guys wouldn't have a result from last year who are coming through.
Like I said, it's the top 6 from the current ranking. So it'll be the top 6 from this event once you've taken out the top 10 from last year.
Okay.
So Jaeger will be in.
Okay. Makes sense.
I'll be out. Jaeger's taking my spot.
Jaeger.
I have to have words with that boy.
Maybe at least some free physio sessions.
I'm still not getting the scores for Jaeger Stone at the moment, but he's putting in a good performance on these waves and he's getting some good hacks. That was what the judges like Jaeger Stone for, when he's getting this putting effort in, and that's a nice tacker. That's what I'm talking about. When you do a tacker, really got to put that effort in it. I don't like those little ones. I mean, I do them, don't get me wrong. You just do what you can do. But as a judge, I think I wouldn't be scoring them too highly. Whereas that tacker, there was some effort in the turn. So it was a turn into a tacker rather than just a spin. Just my feeling here in the box. But Jaeger Stone iPad doesn't seem to be working. Scores not coming through. And my voice is definitely getting a bit dry. And we have some... I might have to send someone out for some Powerade or something, get some sugar in here. Or maybe I'll leave Schnaddy in here and I'll go and get some.
Oh, it's your turn to run.
Okay. Well, 4 minutes 30 to go. And I'm going to go and get some drinks in the next heat. Yeah, this is some good heats coming up. Got Vogt versus Fernandez and Sky all the way up into 5th place, but he's got the reigning world champion in the next heat. So Skyboy loving life.
Yeah. Well, just checking out the tweets from the guys.
A few people watching out there. We got Oliver watching. I'm guessing he's French. Could be wrong, but Ricardo Campello absolutely owning that last heat.
Yeah, that was a pretty solid performance.
And how's it going in this heat? Well, we don't know. Let's try and get on the radio and get some scores. Dunk for Ben. Not getting scores for Stone on our computer here. Can you just give us an update on his scores?
We're just trying to rectify the scores from Stone.
Okay. Okay, so they know there's a problem with the iPad. 6.37. 6.5 for a push tweak. 5.65 for a forward. Okay, so that's what we're scoring at the moment. How would that leave him? I would say
equal.
Stone might actually just be leading.
Maybe just be leading, but we only have a 4-point away from...
I'll tell you what though, if Alessio had pulled that 0.5 ahead, there we go. So Stone 0.5 ahead. Alessio Stone, if he'd have made that goiter on that last wave, I have a feeling we'd be seeing that Alessio leading. So super close heat, all to play for. They're just trying to sort the scores out at the moment. All to play for, 2 minutes 40 to go, and my voice is already starting to crack. I've got Fuerteventura Slalom next week. This is a bad sign. Might have to find a replacement.
Don't look at me.
Okay, Jager Stone inside. What's he got? He's going to want to improve on that forward, I reckon. Push table and a stalled forward. We're going to see the one-footed back loop, no doubt. He has got that down. He's got the arched back loop as well, which I've seen him doing over the winter. Really just stretches out. It looks super cool, but he needs a wave for that. He doesn't like to force it off nothing. 1 minute 58 to go.
Go Jaeger, Aussie, oi, oi from Primo. Obviously he's watching and cheering for Jaeger. Our Polish mate from Australia.
They'll be cracking open the beers, no doubt.
It's kind of like Coronation a little bit. Not too windy. Little waves. Ooh, Alessio, what was that? I just caught it on the end of, through the window here, end of it. Was that a backside 360 into clue first turn? I missed it.
Yeah,
Anybody
it looks like
who's seen it?
Clue first turn.
Yeah.
Not sure how well they will score that,
Just
but
looked up through the window and seen that one here.
Just a backy from Jager, obviously out the back. Well, I don't know. Without the scores live, it's very difficult to see. We've got a minute to go, and Jager was about a point ahead. But this is Alessio Stone. It's Jager at the back, one-footed backy. Alessio on the inside. Don't think that's going to improve much on his scores. It looked, everything was on, just a back loop. I think it was Jager at the back with a push tweak, I think, another one. So racking up a few jumps in this last couple of seconds. And that might be all he needed to get through to the next round without the live scoring on. Exactly, I'll try and refresh the stream. Not sure it's going to make that much difference.